Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. I pray everyone's doing well, staying positive. I want to give a special shout out to all you beautiful children of the Most High, chosen, the whole spiritual family out there, because it's just such a beautiful thing, when you can feel the love, from the universe. The spirit of the Most High is working through each and every one of you guys. And I wanted to start it off with that. Welcome to the Healing Truth channel. It's a beautiful day today. I said I was not going to go without doing a video. So right now I'm out getting me some sunshine, little exercise, and walking my little Lucy. And I thought this would be the perfect opportunity because I was just catching up on a bunch of, YouTube videos, watching a bunch of spiritual channels and really beautiful, powerful, uplifting, very touching, a lot of motivation, lots of, this is really what we all really need, outside of what's going on in this world. We spend so much time, trying to heal others and, trying to protect our energy, trying to make sure we're handling things in our lives appropriately. And, sometimes we also forget that we need that as well. We need somebody to kind of help us out in certain areas where we may be lacking. And I truly want to say that to each and every one of you, you guys are awesome. I love each and every one of you. Just the work that all of us are out here doing is a beautiful thing, and how we motivate each other, I think it's powerful. I think we, once we all come together, we can do this and change the world for a better place. Change humanity. So today, my topic is this. That's not our concern. That's not my concern. So what I mean by that is, I've had to come to the point in my life where I had to stop worrying about what people are doing behind my back, saying about me behind my back, whether they like me, whether they do or don't. We have to get to that point in life where we're not concerning ourselves with those things. I had to get to the point in my life. I'm no longer concerned about those things because it's not my business. It's not my concern. It's not your concern what someone is saying about you, doing, saying or doing, or how they feel about you, or because not everybody is going to like you. Not everybody's going to like me. That's just how life is. I've learned to accept that. I've come to that point in my life where we're not for everybody. I know that I'm not for everybody. It's just how it is in life. I had a hard time dealing with that because, especially with a lot of us chosen, getting this exercise done. For a lot of us chosen, we have a tendency to expect what we expect to the same energy that we put out, we expect it to be reciprocated. And that's not always the case. Because when you're dealing with everybody is different. And like I've stated before, not every single person on this earth is going to be nice to you or like you. Some people, it's always going to be somebody that don't like you. It's always going to be somebody who has something bad to say about you, want to sabotage you, something like that. It's just the way life is. When it comes to that, it doesn't really concern me when it's not people that I really don't really know. Lucy, come on. When I don't really know. It's more so when it comes to, people that you call family and friends. That's what affected me the most. I had such high expectations for family and friends. And I want to say this because, yes, we're chosen, but at the same time, we're not perfect, and we haven't always been perfect. I swear, these people don't have nothing else better to do. We're not, I'm sorry, I'm walking my little dog. She has to sniff every spot. Like, come on, you don't have to stop and sniff every spot. I just think it's kind of gross that dogs just sit up and sniff each other's pee spots and poop mountains. But anyway, like I was saying, I had high expectations. Much as we're chosen and everything, absolutely. But we're not excluded from harm we may have inflicted on other people. It may have been something minor. It may have been something we didn't realize. We're not walking around here as perfect chosen people, pointing the finger at everybody but ourselves. I've never been that type of person. But we also learn how to understand who we are, admit that where we've gone wrong, maybe in some of these relationships, maybe we've done some things or said something, or just maybe made somebody feel a certain type of way where they've always held on to that. Even when you've made your wrongs right, you've righted your wrongs, and people still choose to hold on to bitterness, lies, gossip, doing witchcraft against you, that's not our problem. We can't concern ourselves with that. We can't concern ourselves with what other people are doing to us. Our concern is staying focused on the Most High Creator, continuing to heal, work on our spirituality, stay in prayer, and continue to rise and become the best version of yourself. That's what I've learned to do. When I find out, and I'm going to say this too, because it is very hurtful when you find out people that you've been close to that has done some things, some really wicked, evil, backstabbing things. It's kind of easy for us to hold grudges or, want to be mad and want to keep dwelling on what they doing, worrying about this. I'm going even to our exes, because I got to say this. This has to be said. I'm so thankful to the Most High Creator, to the Most High God, that I have been able to heal from any relationship I've been in. It doesn't matter. Any relationship, anybody that I call myself being in a relationship with, I'm thankful to the Most High God that I was able to heal from that. Because I don't worry about what they're doing, what they're saying, what they're thinking, who they're with. All of this, I don't worry about any of that. That's not my business. That's not my concern. This is what I'm saying. That's with anybody in our lives, no matter what the relationships are. Come on. This little dog, man. No, Lucy, come on. Come on, little girl. She's so cute. She's so little. My little Lucy. Getting her some sunshine. She's like, girl, I ain't walking in this grass. You don't hurry up and get your little butt in this grass. Anyway, like I was saying, that's not my concern. I don't concern myself with anything that my ex is doing. I don't chase them. I don't worry about them. I don't go checking up on their social medias. I don't go through none of that because I'm healed. I don't care. Honestly, from the bottom of my soul, I could care less about what they're doing, what they're thinking, what they're saying. That's not my concern. We have to get like that in our lives, not just with family and friends, but even with our significant others. There's no reason for us to constantly bring up things about our exes if we call ourselves being healed from it. That's just how I feel about that. That's just something that's important, especially for, it doesn't matter if you're a male or a woman, man or male or female, it doesn't matter. Healing is healing. Not everybody heal at the same time. Some people are still going through their healing process. But we have to learn how to let all of that go. That means they don't come rolling off your tongue and you sitting around pondering on who they with, what they used to do, how they still love me, why did they do this to me and why did they do that to me? That's not my concern no more. We learned and understood all of that. That's even with people in our lives. They answered the questions why they did the things that they did. People you call yourself being cool with, in partnerships with, family, that you thought would be loyal to you. And, I've gotten to the point, I've learned how to let a lot of things go, because if I didn't, and I know sometimes I feel in my spirit, a lot of us, especially being chosen, you're holding a lot. You're healing, and you're also numbing yourself to certain things so that you can heal. Because sometimes it's all spiritual. It's definitely spiritual. You have to go to the Most High Creator. You have to stay in prayer, meditate. You have to do a lot to do the inner work for yourself so that you can be of service to others. You can't be out here trying to help people if you're still broken and showing signs of brokenness. We can't, it's certain things that we have to work on. So my point with this whole video, like I stated, that's not our concern. What anybody thinks about you, not our concern, especially being chosen. We can't worry about what people thinking and saying. I don't care what anybody is saying, doing behind my back, saying. I'm just thankful to the Most High God that He exposed those snakes. That's all we can do. I always pray, reveal and remove. Reveal and remove. Revealing and removing has worked awesome in my life. The love that the Most High have for us is powerful. Squirrel. No. I shouldn't have said that, because she's trying to break this leash chasing the squirrel. She loves squirrels. Leave it alone. You're not going to get to it. Come on. So yes, I just think that's important. But I do, feel that we're all in a process of still working on things to become the best versions of ourselves and do the work that's intended to be done for such a time as now. I feel it's important. I feel definitely consistency is definitely powerful. We do have the new moon, lots of manifestations. Some days I get a little discouraged sometimes. I'm human. We all do. Nobody's, like I stated, nobody on this earth is waking up happy every single day. You're going to have your ups and downs, but I'll never question the will of the Most High Creator. Never. So, that's why it's so important to start directing that energy where it belongs. We have to be careful where we put our energy, and putting our energy into what people think and say about us is not going to help. It drains you. It drains you mentally and spiritually. And I've learned that. I'm not even going to lie. There was a point in time in my life where I used to sit up here and worry about what people saying and doing and have all these insecurities and low self-esteem. And man, I ain't even going to lie. I could give two shakes of a donkey's ass what anybody thinking or saying about me right now. Because I know who I am. And all I can do is become the best version of myself, continue to work on myself, and that's all we can do. Try to set a good example as possible. What you see is what you get. I don't put on a front for nobody, Hey, what goes on behind closed doors, hey, it's the same thing out in the front. We're human, and we have to totally understand that, and understand some of the things that you do don't make you a bad person. We have to understand who we are, how the Most High created us, and how precious we are. You know what I'm saying? And for us good women who, choosing to stay single, ain't nothing wrong with that. It's best to save yourself. You know what I'm saying? Until that right one comes along, So I just wanted to come through with this video because it was so needed. Beautiful, beautiful day. This is so needed right now. We've been having a beautiful full moon every night. But I think this daylight savings time have kind of messed up my sleep, because these past few nights I was struggling. Like, dang, I'm having a hard time getting up. But, it is what it is. But yes, you guys keep up the beautiful work. I love each and every one of you. Sometimes you be surprised at the people that, show you love. Sometimes it ain't always the people you expect. It be the ones you least expect, so. And I think that's a beautiful thing. That is such a cute poodle. Oh my gosh. See, you getting yourself worked up. Getting yourself worked up. You ain't gonna be able to do nothing with that poodle. But yes, guys, I'm sorry. I'm out here walking my dog. I've seen the cutest dogs. That's like the best time when it's nice. You can go for a walk. This is like hiking weather. This is the type of weather you can be out in nature. I was gonna film the video like sitting on my front porch, but you know how it is sometimes. I can't, my neighbor's out and the man is out, and I can't never just come outside without, and I'm not like that. I'm a really nice person, and I think sometimes, your kindness can be taken for a weakness when it comes to some men, and it's just being men. I'm not knocking men for doing it, because hey, they're being men, but sometimes I don't have the energy for that, so I just don't want to be bothered. So I just like my space, I need my peace, my space, I'll be ready for all that, because I'll be trying to be nice and talk, then they want to go further, and they want to, so I try to avoid that type of stuff. I don't give too much of my energy away anymore. I try to keep conversations and things short and end it like that, so, which is important, especially right now when we're dealing with lots of things with our spirits and our energy, protecting our energy and things. And I hadn't been on YouTube in a minute, so I was able to get on YouTube and get some good, spiritual guidance. And I love that because it keeps us going. It keeps all of us going, Like I stated before, hey, it's not all about, separating each other, separating ourselves from each other because what somebody believes. If you got a good heart and you about changing the world, hey, at the end of the day, we in this together. You on my team, well, no matter who you believe in. Because at the end of the day, it's, hey, you believe in Jesus, because Jesus is a state of mind. So, hey, we got to learn how to not take certain things personal. I learned that. So, I'm learning to not take these things personal and, show love and support to each other. And just, it's important to do that. I'm sorry, y'all. She decided to take a little, you know what. That's kind of nasty. Hopefully I'll pass a dumpster. Yes. So thank you guys for tuning in to one of my videos. I took y'all on the walk with me so I could film. And, sometimes you be filming, folks be following and, all this crazy stuff. I just learned to ignore that. I don't really take it personal no more because most of the time it's your angels. So I don't worry about that stuff no more. I think it's pretty cool sometimes. Nobody mess with you. We're at the level now we shouldn't be still sitting up having issues like that. Unless we're putting the wrong type of energy out, that's going to happen. I learned what we manifest the things in our lives. You being negative, you putting negative stuff out all the time. I mean, you're just going to get negativity in your life. So I kind of too trying to stay away from too much negative. I don't even know how I want to say this. I try to stay away from a lot of content that gears to be so negative all the time. I don't. At this point in time, we have to start being more positive, getting our points across without being negative. Be positive and still get your point across, and I think that's something that some people are struggling with. Some people just want to be negative, want to keep certain people, some people claim to be spiritual, however you want to say, spiritual angels, teachers, guides, mentors, but sometimes the energy you constantly put out is draining. Nobody wants to always hear negativity, something negative. Let's uplift each other, especially when it comes to us who's out here leading. We have to, if we're going to support each other, we have to start uplifting each other. Don't nobody want to always hear the negative stuff. It is about knowledge. It's about wisdom. It's about empowerment. But we can still do that, but without being so negative. I had to learn that myself, like I've said before too, like I'm always going to say it. I'm all about the liberation for my people. And when I say my people, I mean Black, African, indigenous people. And it's not about, making anybody else not caring or not having love for anybody else, because I have love for all races of people. I think we're a beautiful rainbow on this planet, and I think we all have to coexist together. And the only way that we will is if we stick together. But like I stated, the mental liberation and slavery of my people comes first, and it's not that I'm putting aside what's really necessary, but this is so needed for our people. And this is something that I work towards. There's ways that we can uplift each other, show knowledge, gain wisdom, understand who we are without making other people feel like they're less than. Because it's been enough of that back and forth. We have to understand we weren't the only race in slavery. Let's get out of this mind frame. And a lot of this stuff I'm learning too, a lot of this stuff is staged. Certain stuff is being pushed for certain agendas or for certain things to happen when we don't even have to do all that. We can still gain liberation and things like that without we can still gain liberation and, knowledge and wisdom without pushing separation, because that's a lot of what's happening. I'm starting to get a lot of discernment on certain things that's being pushed. We can have our Black, spiritual, mental liberation. We can have all of that, but we don't have to push it to a point where we're ending up back in a whole nother cycle again of separation and racism. Because we understand most of the things that's being controlled right now is by the powers that be. This crap is staged. There's so many races of people that ain't even on that racist BS that is still being constantly pushed. And I don't want my people sitting up constantly pushing it. Black this, black that. Heck yeah. Right now, it's about Blacks freeing their mind. It's about Blacks knowing who they are. It's about the Blacks in power to do the necessary things to put the proper education out here so our children can be raised knowing who they are. That's what it's about. Until we gain control of our narrative, things are going to continue to be the same. And certain narratives are messing up the whole process. I stopped getting into all that stuff that's staged. All these agendas being pushed that's staged and all that. Nobody got time for this staged, fake world. It's time to get to the real world. It's time for the real world. I refuse to get wrapped up in any of these separation, racial issues that this whole powers the powers behind the powers that be is pushing. You know, certain people, I even noticed certain people that got certain channel be pushing certain racial stuff. Like, I don't have time for that. You know, we got to get on a different vibration, you know, because our people aren't free from fault either. Every race of people have some type of fault. Now this is the time where we make it right. How we make it right is we start working on our inner selves, letting go of the hate, letting go of this mental entrapment we have where we have to keep bashing every race of people because of the powers that be. They don't even have control over it. We can't do anything until they're out of power. Constantly letting people that's of our color get in these positions and make us look worse. That's how you know you in a staged world. You know, you get certain powers and they not even doing the right thing by their own people. You know, it's kind of like, who can you trust? You trust the person within. It takes us people who are not connected to the stage, the circus, who are not actors, to really wake up and say, man, this is, you know, it's time for a white race. Wow, they've been pushing this. Wow, black people had this. They had civilizations. You know, wow, this was taken from them. They deserve to live a life that was taken from them without it affecting any other race of people. They should be able to rebuild their civilizations, have their own communities, not exempting any other race. But just like right now, we living in a white world. Let's be real. We're in a white world. It's time for us to gain what we originally had and continue to be a positive light. And it's time for black people to wake up. My beautiful people, all people are beautiful, but I say that because I swear I feel like sometimes our people just don't love themselves. And I say that because the way we live, some of the things we do, our thoughts, how we treat each other. Let's not talk about other races of people. We're talking about how we treat each other. We quick to come at each other quicker than anybody else. And that's what's killing us. We don't have any unity. They have unity. We don't. Every race have unity but us. You be at some workplace, some stuff happening. You don't think all them white folks gonna stick together? Black folks, we got to start sticking together, waking up. Open your mind to who you were. Walk and carry yourself in that light. Don't allow people to keep looking at us as heathens and ghetto and that we don't care about this and we tear up stuff and we just, you know, a lot of it too is just the narrative that's been put on us, and we keep ourselves mentally low no matter how much we try to be flashy, got money, any of that, because we still trying to live up to somebody's expectations. A lot of people have all that flashiness still empty on the inside because you're not even living up to who you are. Until we know who we are, it's about rebuilding black civilization. It's time for our people to say, okay, we weren't the only ones enslaved, but we're still enslavement now. This is a new earth, so it's even now. Everybody got their karma. It's time for the world to go back to who it was originally for. I'm not gonna say that. I'm just saying, you know, it's time for peace and unity on this earth. It's time for the African American and the African indigenous people to free their minds, know their history, know thyself. That's the only way you're going to prosper spiritually and mentally. It starts mentally, our mental. It's all about how we think, how we move. You know, our thoughts create our reality, our spirit, our hearts. You know, we got to start sticking together and understand when there's certain narratives being pushed. Like I said, I'm not living in nobody's narrative. I'm going to live in my own narrative. I'm going to live in the narrative that the Creator, the Most High Creator, created me to be. Honest and real. I ain't perfect at all, but I'm going to always keep it real. And I'm going to continue to work on being a good person for all people. And try to be a spiritual teacher to my people because they need it mentally. So I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in to my video, the Healing Truth channel. I love each and every one of you. Keep going. Keep up the good work. I love y'all so much. It's like a beautiful family that I ain't even met yet, but I'm still feeling connected spiritually. So, and I'm just so thankful to the Most High Creator. I'm just thankful. I wake up every single day saying how thankful I am and grateful I am. I will continue to keep it moving. Continue to move in silence. You know, hey, sometimes it's best that way. Everybody ain't got to know everything you're doing. So I'm learning that. So thank you guys. I love you and have a blessed. Okay, I'm going to say this. I love you guys. I pray that the Most High God continue to show favor in your life. And I wish nothing but prosperity to each and every one of you. Have a wonderful night.